International Conference on Women's Day in Paris. On Saturday, March 9th, at an international conference in Paris marking International Women's Day, political, social, and cultural women dignitaries, along with women's rights activists from 40 countries, including all over Europe, Arab countries, the United States, and Canada, took part. The conference condemned the criminal attack of February 9th against Camp Liberty and called on the international community to immediately return Camp Liberty residents to Ashraf. It also called on the UN Secretary-General to discharge his special representative Martin Kobler, who is guilty in the February 9th massacre, and to designate an impartial and competent envoy in his place. Speakers called on the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, U.S. President Barack Obama, and other members of the Security Council, stressing that any delay in the relocation of Liberty residents to Ashraf, where they enjoy better security, may lead to a humanitarian catastrophe. The dignitaries gathered from all over Europe, most of the Islamic countries including Egypt, Tunisia, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Afghanistan, Jordan, Palestine, Mauritania, Morocco, Algeria, and Iraq, along with the United States and Canada. Mrs. Rita Zussmuth, former Speaker of the German Bundestag, Michel Alliot-Marie, former French Minister of Defense, Foreign Affairs, Justice, and Interior, Ingrid Betancourt, former Colombian presidential candidate and former hostage, Frances Townsend, former Homeland Security Advisor to the U.S. President, Linda Chavez, former White House Director of Public Liaison, Tasha de Vasconcelos, European Union Humanitarian Ambassador, Aude de Toine, founder of the International Women's Forum, Cynthia Fleury, French philosopher, and also parliamentary delegations from Italy, Spain, Belgium, the European Parliament, Denmark, Egypt, Jordan, Palestine, and Poland were amongst the participants and speakers in this conference. Mrs. Maryam Rajavi, President-elect of the Iranian Resistance, said in her speech,
بیش از 3000 تن از مجاهدان آزادی بعد از یک جابجایی اجباری در زندان لیبرتی در خطر یک فاجعه انسانی دوباره قرار گرفتند. متاسفانه نماینده ویژه دبیرکل شریک جرم کشتار 21 بهمن و حامی دولت عراق دبیرکل باید هرچه سریعتر یک نماینده بی‌طرف برگزیند تا بتواند به مسائل مجاهدین در لیبرتی و اشرف رسیدگی کند. اکنون مسئله امنیت مجاهدان در لیبرتی بی جواب مانده و یک اقدام عاجل طلب می‌کند.
Les images terribles que nous venons de voir du camp Liberty nous rappellent que si nous, ici aujourd'hui, nous sommes au cœur d'un pays en paix, dans bien d'autres pays du monde, des femmes et des hommes sont les premières victimes des guerres, des tensions interethniques, des régimes autoritaires, de l'intégrisme, des exodes, des crises économiques. Que les actions militaires se font à partir d'avions, d'hélicoptères, de véhicules blindés, d'attaques de roquettes, comme nous venons de le voir sur le camp Liberty, où les soldats ne sont pas en première ligne, mais où les victimes sont des civils, sont d'abord des civils, sont souvent d'abord des femmes. Les civils, les femmes, ne bénéficient, eux, d'aucune protection, ni individuelle. Ils n'ont pas de gilet pare-balles, ils n'ont pas de casque lourd, ni de protection collective. Nous l'avons vu en particulier dans ce camp, et c'est cela qui est inadmissible, c'est un camp qui n'est pas protégé par des murs blindée qui évite ce genre d'attaque. Il faut le rappeler à cette institution internationale qu'est l'ONU. À force de ne pas être efficace, c'est sa vocation elle-même qui est en jeu. Il est temps que l'ONU agisse et agisse concrètement. À Liberty, comme dans toutes les zones de conflit, on ne peut pas se contenter de regarder passer des missiles en comptant des points et en faisant un rapport ensuite à New York. L'action, c'est l'action politique, c'est de la volonté.
But there is something else that we must devote ourselves to, and that is our brothers and sisters who are suffering in Iraq, in Camp Liberty, and the remaining few in Camp Ashraf. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy of huge proportions. There were rockets fired, 40 rockets fired into Camp Liberty after the government of Iraq, and I must say after the government of the United States promised that if those living in Camp Ashraf would only move to Camp Liberty, they would be protected, they would be resettled, and they would have their freedom. Those promises have not only been broken, they have been broken with blood on the hands of those who made those promises. This is a humanitarian crisis, and the only way that it can be solved is for the United Nations and for the United States to step in, to remove Martin Kobler, who has been an impediment to the correct refugee treatment of those who have suffered in Camp Liberty, to remove him and to remove from Camp Liberty and return to Ashraf the people who have suffered so long and who have paid with their blood for their own freedom. We cannot let stand that more than 3,000 people are being kept as if they are members of a concentration camp in Iraq, to be attacked, to be injured, and to be murdered. This cannot stand, and we must all pressure the United Nations and the American government, who made its promises to protect these people. And unless that happens, our job will not be done here.
Last month, February 9th, I rose again to speak in Washington and discovered that overnight there had been the tragic attack on Camp Liberty, where once again innocents were murdered and maimed. They found themselves without ambulances and proper medical facilities, without adequate housing, and without any ability to defend themselves, as you saw in the earlier video. Again, the Iraqi government had failed their responsibilities. Again, the Iranian regime, using its terrorist proxy, Hezbollah, had attacked. And again, the UN failed. Martin Kobler, there is the blood of innocents on your hands. My country, the United States, and the UN must keep their commitments, and they must keep them today. Camp Liberty must be closed. Its residents must be granted refugee status. At a minimum, we must return the residents of Camp Liberty, which has become a killing field, back to Ashraf, where they are at least safer. To the women of Camp Liberty who suffer, we feel your heavy hearts and we hear your anguished cries, and we will continue to fight on your behalf. And how will we do that? And women around the world must join this struggle with Mrs. Rajavi, with those in this room, with those who listen here. We must speak and we must act to stop the murder of innocents. There must be no more attacks in Camp Liberty or on Camp Ashraf. There must be no more murders of innocents like Neda Sultan. The world should be ashamed that in the 21st century it has permitted by its inaction and its silence a concentration camp such as Camp Liberty to exist. But we assembled here and those who hear us must know we will not stop and we will not be silenced until you all in Liberty and Ashraf and in Iran are safe and know a free and democratic Iran.
Je suis émue parce que je pense à cette jeune femme, parce que les femmes sont toujours jeunes, qui est morte, tuée, assassinée il y a un mois sous le bombardement criminel organisé, télécommandé par les mollahs de Téhéran sur le camp d'Ashraf, où les habitants, les Ashrafiens, qui ont ce beau nom de cette héroïne, mais qui aujourd'hui sont emprisonnés dans le camp cyniquement appelé Camp Liberté.
Spreche, dann denke ich als erstes an Camp Liberty. Und wir Frauen sind hier, weil wir eben wieder erfahren haben, Gewalt in ihrer brutalsten Form ist keinesfalls überwunden, sondern weit verbreitet und mit aller Härte. Und die Menschen in Camp Liberty, die ein bisschen mehr Sicherheit suchen und wollen, sollen heute wissen, wir geben nicht auf. Wir werden in unseren Parlamenten, in der Öffentlichkeit dafür Sorge tragen, dass sie von diesem Ort entfernt werden an einen sicheren Ort, das heißt Camp Ashraf. Heute rufe ich noch einmal Menschen in Liberty, wir kämpfen morgen weiter, national, europäisch, international, in den politischen Institutionen und in der Öffentlichkeit, damit ihr endlich aus eurem Leiden herauskommt. Ich danke Ihnen.